In this video, I'm going to show you how to work with collections in Lightroom. If we move over to the left-hand side, we can see the collections panel, and inside this panel you can see there is a set of collections, smart collections, and set of collections created by me, the summer book. The set of collections, it simply means that inside the set I have two other collections of photos, by the sea and elsewhere. But what are the collections? Collections are virtual groupings. They allow you to make collections of photos for projects, slideshows, without changing their location in your original folder with all images. Which means that, for example, if I have an idea for a photo book, I can create a set of collections here and start gathering my photos in collections. This is the draft stage, and I'm thinking of these images as chapters of my photo book. The collections in Lightroom are a very powerful feature because when I want to create the book and I'm gathering these photos in my By the Sea collection, I'm not duplicating them. Which means that these images inside the collection, they are always up to date. If I make any edit, for example, on this image, it will be automatically updated in my collection folder. It means that you are only working always with virtual collections. If you have a look at the catalog panel, you can see that here we have quick collection. At the moment is empty and it's indicated by this 0, so it means there is 0 pictures in the folder. Let's move back to my main catalog with all images. And the quick collection is set as targeted collection. What does it mean? It means that if I'm browsing through my images and if I would like to quickly pull a collection out of them, I just need to hit B on my keyboard, and that way I will be very quickly adding photos to my quick collection folder. If you have a look at this number beside the name quick collection, you can notice that I have already placed 2 images inside. So I can, in a very flexible way, jump to different folders, different catalogs, and by selecting image and hitting B while the image is selected, I'm very quickly adding it to quick collection. So now if I click here, I will see the 5 images that I have just added to my collection. Now I have possibility of saving quick collection and having it in my collections panel. So I need to just right click on this panel and hit save quick collection. Lightroom will ask me for title of the collection. I'm just going to call it test, save, and that way you can see that I have created new collection. This collection is outside of the summer book collection set, but I can very simply select it and drag it inside if I wanted to. So after creating the set, I have saved the quick collection as a regular collection and added it to my collection list in the collections panel. There's one feature when you're working with collections in Lightroom, which is my favorite. So having this collection created by the sea, I have these 10 images in color. And now I would like to see them all in black and white. With Lightroom collections, I can very quickly have this preview. So all I need to do is I have to select the By the Sea collection. Now I have to select all the images inside and click this plus beside collections. Now I need to select Create Collection, and Lightroom gave me the pop-up window asking me for the name of my new collection. So since my idea for this collection is to see the set of 10 images in black and white, I'm going to call it By the Sea Black and White. And now it's very important to select this option because these images are selected, so I want to have them in this copy of my collection, and this has to be ticked. Make new virtual copies. Having virtual copies means that I can perform different adjustments on these images and it won't affect the original photos. So that way I will have here 2 collections, By the Sea and By the Sea Black and White, and I can compare them. I can keep them both at the same time. So let's hit Create And now in my list I have the second collection, the copy of By the Sea, and these pictures are still in color. As you can see, this little corner indicates that these photos are virtual copies of my original images. So now the last step, to turn all of them to black and white without affecting the original images. Notice that if I would go to my main collection and these pictures are linked to the original photos, if I would perform any changes on these images, it will affect those pictures if they are in any other collections, any other sets, because these are my source files. But if I work in this collection with virtual copies, which is indicated by these corners, I won't affect any other versions of these images. So let's select all of them. To turn these images quickly to black and white, I don't have to go to Develop module. I can do this in Library module. So all I need to do is to go to Quick Develop and select from here one of the pre-recorded presets. So I'm going to select preset that I have created before. It's called Black and White 6. And once I have all these images selected, and when I click on this preset, Lightroom automatically will apply the black and white conversion to all those images that were included in my collection. I really like this feature as it enables me to compare color versions with black and white versions without affecting the original images and without creating mess in my original folders. I would encourage you to experiment with the collections in Lightroom. It's very powerful feature, and you can create many different sets, you can apply many different adjustments, many different presets, and that allows you to build very efficient workflow.